Wow, I don't think I've ever started a broadcast with a down arrow as a thumbs down. My my first my first like or unlike was a unlike. Wow, and that's really discouraging. When my broadcast comes up, normally before I see who's on the broadcast, I'll see four or five or six or seven thumbs ups. They come up first, and this is the first time that I got a thumbs down when I came up. Wow, maybe maybe I need to. Um, I don't know that. Okay, but I got some thumbs up, so I feel a little better. You guys know, it makes a difference to me uh, that the message is uh, is wanted and that the message is helping and doing what it should do. Um, that's why I do this. So, um, like anyone else, criticism is tough. It's hard to take criticism on something that you do that you care about, no matter who you are, Leonardo da Vinci or Michelangelo or Brian Phelps. You want to be appreciated for your product, whatever your product is, whether it's on the job or it's your hustle. You want to have the best perp out there if that's what you're doing. You don't want thumbs downs when you're delivering your meth. You, dude, you got the best meth in the world. Whatever your hustle, whatever your job, whatever you're doing, if you're a Playboy model, you don't want people thumbs downing your breast job. You want a thumbs up on that. Dang, you have the best plastic surgeon in the world. But in any event, to whoever that disliker is, there you go. Anyway, I'm Black Dragon, and welcome to my YouTube page, Black Dragon National President. Good morning to you all. Um, and as you know, if you've been watching me every day, somebody's got to call me, or I won't be able to see your comments until somebody who knows my number gives me a call and makes my phone click over and do the right thing. But in any event, I wanted to talk to you this morning about an interesting phenomenon. I call it warring family members. Have you ever had two competitive brothers who who or cousins or first cousins or stepbrothers or anything like that? Two people from the same family who don't get along with each other, uh, don't really like each other, and they bring their war into your MC. And especially if they get into positions of power or authority, then what you can see is pure hell in the MC based on a war that you had nothing to do with. A war that's been going on since childhood. And what I say to this is, you can't let these folks hijack your mission. You can't let these folks hijack your MC. And you can't let these folks hijack what it is you're trying to accomplish because they can't freaking seem to get along. I didn't drop the F-bomb just now, did I? I was trying to say freaking. So, um, do forgive me for that. So, in any event, I say this because I have seen it, and I've seen it in its worst form. And what can happen is an entire MC can be destroyed. Um, the entire way of life of an MC can be virtually destroyed by these warring family members. And competition is healthy. Competition between club members is healthy. Competition between anybody can be healthy. But when it turns into a pitched fever, all out, one guy trying to destroy the work of another, it hurts the MC. The MC is is harmed because when these guys go to battle, they take no prisoners. When they go to war, it doesn't really matter to them who they hurt or how bad they hurt the MC, because the end goal is to hurt one another, and they don't care how many bodies they drop to do that. They don't care how they destroy the MC. If one feels like the other is getting ahead of them, then they will drop. They will drop the bomb, the hammer, in order to stop the other one's progress. Whatever bodies may fall. It's the Cain and Abel. I'm looking at my brother, and I'm so jealous of him, and I'm so hateful towards him, that any success that he has is a success that I can't stomach. So I must find some kind of way to destroy his progress. Interesting. And so when it gets to its worst, you'll have one guy actually building up a group in the MC. He's building up that group, and the other guy is building up a group in his MC. So what you have now is a splitting of the MC among the two factions. And it's amazing how the members of the MC fall for that. Because we tend not to realize that we're being played until it's far too late. We don't realize that the splitting that they're doing up, because we don't know the backstory. We don't know the background. One guy seems to be for the best interest of the club. The other guy seems to be for the best interest of the club. So you have this going on, and everybody, because we expect people to come with their best. So you don't know the backstory. You don't know the backstory between the two family members, the two sisters, who one screwed the other one's husband 11 years ago. And so the other one is coming back for revenge. And the way that she's going to do it is to destroy her sister's motorcycle club. That's how they do that stuff. And it happens all the time. So they get one side against the other, and both sides begin fighting against each other. They take up this war, never really understanding that they weren't a part of the war to begin with. Falling in behind the lunacy of these people that have been fighting their entire childhoods and have brought that to the MC in their adulthoods. The funny thing about it that's kind of interesting is the family members will have love for one another. They actually love each other. They just don't like each other. So it becomes an interesting foray into who can destroy the club the quickest. Sometimes one guy's trying to do the best thing, while the other guy is trying to destroy the thing. What you have to do as the MC members is look very closely at what are we fighting about? What are we arguing about? We didn't have this argument before these two lame asses got in the club. When you see competition like that, when you see jealousy like that, sibling rivalry they call it, that sibling rivalry often is hidden. It's a hidden agenda, and it doesn't show its face till late in the game, often until both sides are committed. So what you have to do is understand when to cut bait and uncommit yourself. I just realized that you two have a sibling rivalry, and you've brought that shit to the club. And I'm taking I'm electing now to step off. I'm electing to step off your bandwagon and let you two handle that. You two can have that. But we're no longer getting ready to make club decisions based on the BS between you two or this entire family. Sometimes motorcycle clubs will bring families in. You'll have the Britt family and the Jones family, and you'll have the Welby family, and you'll start to see sometimes factions develop between families. One family vying for control of the MC over the other family. And you see the dirtiest things happen in politics between families that were friends and grew up on the same block, but now we're all in the same MC, and we are working to gain control of the MC. It's all about politics, and you see the most amazing politics in this motorcycle club game, and it ain't even paying no money. You can't even get paid with the thing. But the idea that you can be the boss, people do anything for that.
What's up, T?
Good morning. So as you move to be the boss, and you do all these political, dirty, nasty, underhanded things, you destroy your MC. So there's some things to know. First of all, there's no royalty in MCs. MCs are not based on a royal bloodline concept. Because your father was the president doesn't mean that you're the next coming president. Your father may think that. He may want to do that. But that's not the way it's supposed to be. MCs are created as a democracy. So you have to be voted in, which means you need to handle your SHIT and be prepared to lead. You need to do the qualifications necessary. There's no, my mother was the founder of this female motorcycle club and now I'm the next heir apparent. If you are, it should be because you deserve to be, not because you have the same blood. My brother was president. He's moving on. I'm going to be president. Why? Because you have the same bloodline? Not in the motorcycle club. At least not in a traditional motorcycle club. And I talk about traditional motorcycle clubs. Motorcycle clubs where things are done by the vote and the bylaws are followed. A lot of times you can get rid of all this BS simply by getting back to the roots of your bylaws. when you start seeing all this stuff happening as a member, gather together other like-minded members. Yeah, I thought it seems kind of strange to me why they're fighting like that. Sit the parties down and let them know your sibling rivalry will not lead this MC. You're going to go through all the proper procedures or we're going to step your ass down. You have to be strong about keeping your MC alive. Believe me, when you have an MC as old as mine, 44 years old, you go through ups and downs. You see it all. And if you want your MC to last as long as mine has, you will do everything in your power to protect the strength of the MC. When people begin to abuse authority or they tend to exhibit personal agendas that are not in line with the keeping of the strength and the destiny of the MC, you got to move on up out of there, baby. Get them a rolling. Tell them to take a hike. You can't let sibling rivalries destroy the MC. You can't let family rivalries destroy the MC. When the club starts splitting and people start taking up one side or another, that's when you have to ask yourself, what's driving this? This is more than a political agenda. Or this has become a personal agenda. Because a political agenda should keep the MC in lockstep, everybody trying to do the same thing, go the same way. And personal agendas get way deeper than that. Look for guidance always through the bylaws. And always work to make sure that people deserve the positions that they're in. If a person is not doing their job and another person that's their family member is keeping them in that job, you have to say, no, he ain't doing his job. I don't care if he's your brother or your father or your uncle or your sister or your cousin. They got to go. They got to move because they're not good for the MC. Everything we do for the MC must be good for the MC. The MC is about we. We MC. We the MC. It's all about us. Ours. Not about my. Not about my family. Unless I'm talking about the MC family. Not about my brother. Not about my sister. Not about my mother. Not about my father. But about the full patch members of the MC. Each and every one. Well, that's my thoughts this morning. I'm Black Dragon. And I hope you guys have an excellent day. Yesterday was Valentine's Day, and I hope everybody had a great Valentine's with the person they loved. And I'll see you tomorrow. And I do hope that you get skinny.